Hey y'all, oh my God, it's 111. This is confirming my time right now, y'all. That was a confirmation for myself. So God highlighted the number 144,607. And we already know how people talk about the 144. So I'm like, okay, someone is stepping into some type of position or answering some type of calling, right? So I'm like, let me look these up. 607, so 144, let's start with that. It means to perceive or discern, right? Involves a deep spiritual sense, right? So I already knew what the 144 really was. So I was like, what is the 607? The 607 means to answer, to respond, okay, to behead. So it's giving me that God's children, right? Because I feel like this is a couple of y'all. I feel like this is for a couple of y'all. God's children is answering the call. Okay, a lot of spiritual awakenings I'm getting is taking place at this time. All right, there's a lot of God's children that is about to act on it, right? Ooh, this is powerful. Okay, there's a lot of God's children that is about to answer. Okay, God has been calling and calling and calling. They haven't been answering. Do y'all get this? Do y'all really understand what's happening right now? There's kids, there's children, there's young adults, there's grown adults who are answering the call right now. It is time for them to answer the call. Maybe it wasn't time for you to answer the call last year, the year before that, years before that, whatever. Maybe you wasn't ready to answer this. Remember, God is not going to give us more than we can bear. Maybe you had people around you. Maybe you were influenced by things, places, environments. So you wasn't able to really answer this call. This is giving me, you guys are about to be able to answer this call. Okay. You're finally able to give the right response. Okay. You're finally ready to respond. 607 means to answer, to respond, to reply. Strong Greek, it say to behead. The act of beheading. Okay? Let's get more into this. When they say to behead, I'm getting, because the behead is you thinking of decapitating someone or cutting someone down, or you know what I'm saying? And it's giving me that there's been things that have been cut down. Like you've been having to be in this behead energy. Okay, so we have it where in the strong Greek, it means to behead, and in the Strong's Hebrew, it means to answer and respond. I feel like you're answering and responding to the things that you need to cut down on. The 144, the chosen, whoever has been getting the discernment, God has been giving out his spirit to certain individuals. And whoever is able to recognize this spirit, holds the truth, becomes chosen. This is how people get looked at in the kingdom, because God will give you signs. When you act on these signs and you begin to walk in a path that God wants you to, this is how you begin to be noticed. Now the angels can go back and tell God that, listen, I've given the signs. They believe. They actually believe. They can hear. They're listening. Okay, but some of y'all wasn't getting the signs because of the things that you had around you, the influences. All right, everybody want to be an influencer, but y'all not looking at the influences that is taking place in your life right now. Okay, these friends, these habits, mindsets, whatever, these things that are influencing your way of life. You needed to cut down on some things, to behead some things. Okay, maybe you had to cut down on specific type of people. When it comes to mindsets, right? These people, they all think the same, or these people all want this life, but I want this life. So let me cut down on these folks because, it's really no adaptability here. We really can't work together here. There's no common ground here. Let me just cut down on that type of, or I've been doing this. This is not really working. It's not fulfilling me in a way that I thought that it would. Okay. If you're on some type of substances or something, and you're like, I need to cut down on this and lock in on this. All right. So 144,607. People are cutting down on things that God have been asking them to cut down on so that they're ready to answer this call. Okay, people are getting ready to reply. Okay, whew, this is deep. They're making an agreement. Wow. Agreements are about to be made. Wow. And this is definitely giving me personal with this 607. Yeah, because it say you. Definition, you. So it's about them, okay? The 607 is about you, okay? This is them. Like, it's someone right now that is about you, okay? It's you. You're the one that is chosen here. You're the one that needs to cut down on things. You're the one that needs to answer the call, okay? You are the one, okay? It's you, okay? There's a lot of things that you need to take control over when it comes to your life, all right? With the behead is giving me that you need to start cutting down and paying attention. Use that discernment that God has given you, okay? You're part of the 144 that God has sprinkled his discernment dust, and it's up to you to catch it. If you catch it, then you become more chosen. Then God can give you more things, but he's not going to keep playing or worrying about you if you ain't catching on. You know, there's a class in a room for you, for folks like you. He has to keep it going with the folks that is able to communicate with him the way that he communicates. Like, y'all really be wanting God to just come sit on your bed. And he's so powerful, so many people would notice. You know, he can't do things in a way that you would want him to do it in this fictional way. But God can reveal himself if you ask him. You know, he'll do it for you. Some people feel and go through many stories and situations where they felt God, or they seen God, or they felt the presence of God, okay? It's so many stories on YouTube, all right? Ask God to show himself to you, okay? And we got stories in the Bible where he sent down angels to deliver messages. Ask God to reveal something to you, all right? And that's between you and God. But, yeah, there's children that is getting into their positions. There are children that is answering the call. This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, 144-607. There are children answering the call. There's children responding. There's children cutting down and getting rid of things, sacrificing the right things, you know, things that is just no good for them, you know, getting rid of things to make space for the new things that God has for them. And this is a great time. This is a great season. This is the right time. This is the best time. I hear someone whistling, which is so funny. They're just like whistling a whole song right now. Like physically, like it's someone around. I wish y'all can hear it, but I don't think y'all can. But yeah, that's basically it. God's children is waking up and answering calls. Okay, some of you have already answered your call, and you've already been walking in your purpose, doing what God has been instructing you or leading you to do. And some people, you know, you're just now answering that call, and you're about to start walking into a new season, and God is about to start cutting you down on things and putting you, you know, in isolation to show you things. He can't show you things or talk to you or whatever if you're too distracted and you're not focused and you have so much just in your face space, you know, just around. So don't be surprised if after you answer the call, it feels like God is isolating you from friends and certain family members. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. Because then you'll come out and you will know if these are really true friends or if they're not. Okay, right now you're doing like a whole revelation of your life. Okay, because you need to cut down on some things because you're getting ready to walk into a life that requires you to show up a different way. Okay, with different people, with different attachments, with different habits. Okay. So God is cutting down on old habits, old friends, old people, old family members that just doesn't serve you any purpose, And it's not like they're just useless or they're nobodies, Everybody is still a somebody, but they can be a nobody for, your path, your journey, for your success. That's really it. Like, love these people from a distance, but when it comes to your business and your growth and you having that relationship with God and having that relationship with yourself and really locking in and being able to hear yourself and make good judgment calls based on feeling and energy, then that's when you really winning. It ain't about that. It's not about who's all around you and stuff. It's about, can you understand energy? Can you read energy? Can you hear energy when it's talking to you? Okay, can you notice the signs? Okay, that's what it's about. And you're about to be entering into a season where God needs you to really master energy and picking up the signs, because when you master energy, you can learn to like master people, because people could say whatever the fuck they want to say, but energy don't lie. You can feel the energy and you can tell if this is something you should be looking more into or something you should just turn around and not pay it any mind, So now you're able to discern properly. So again, God has been sprinkling discernment, okay? And he's been sprinkling discernment in forms of, sending in prophets and speakers that has been motivating you and saying things to you and giving you, that discerning spirit, okay? He's been having people just praying for you that's filling you up with this, okay? And that's what I mean by him sprinkling. He's not just going over the clouds, just sprinkling like, no. I just felt like I had to tell somebody that, because they thinking too literal. And this is why some of y'all don't be understanding the Bible, because y'all be thinking, just like that. So yeah, but he's using prophets and certain people to sprinkle that discernment in you. And the people that catch it and catch what these prophets or leaders or whoever is saying to these people, and they start to act on these things and they answer the call, they respond, then now the angels are pleased, because now they can work with you and they can build you how they want to build you or need to build you, so that they can bring you to God and they can show God, like, hey God, this is one of your soldiers. Like, he done proved himself. He's on the right side, like Abraham had to prove himself, that he really was listening and he could really hear God. Okay, this is why the angels did what they did about him sacrificing his son, because they need to know that, you can really hear them. Okay, that's the problem. People don't believe and they don't hear, they think it's a coincidence, or they think, you got to think deeper. Okay, you really do. You have to think like it's always something greater behind it. Okay, that's why gratitude is so important, because it's really always something greater behind it, helping you and figuring things out, But anyhow, congratulations. I'm proud of y'all. Keep it up and don't let nobody get you to be like Lot's wife for shit. Don't let nobody try to get you to turn back, because you don't want to turn into salt. And y'all know I dropped a video on this. I said some of y'all don't even be realizing you turning into salt until it's too damn late. So do not let nobody distract you or put some bad juju in your mind and your thoughts around you physically, okay? Get that discernment up, okay? Use the discernment that people have been praying over you. Take it. Ask God for it. Get it. Fill it up. Put it in your spirit, because you can't keep just going for the same tricks, okay? You got to learn the tricks. You got to learn the devil tactics. You do. You got to become wise. And you got to apply that for your day-to-day, everyday life, daily routine, just to survive, period, okay? You always got to think like that, like you always in that battle, okay? So, I'm proud of y'all, because you've already made the choice to answer the call, which is a big step, okay? Which means that you've been getting the signs, which means that the discernment is actually sinking and nurturing into your soul now, and you're able to, you're seeing a bit clearer, things was blurry, Trust me, we all go through that. It's a blurry life. We just living, we doing this, we doing that. We out here in these streets, baby. Things is blurry, and then soon things just become clear, and you're just like, what the fuck? Okay? But soon you're going to understand, and you're going to be happy that you answered the call. So right now you might still be confused. You might not get it or understand it yet, but soon. That's why God said, lean not on your understanding, lean on his, because soon you will understand exactly why he's doing it the way that he's doing it, and why this is even a process that has to take place. Okay? So catch you on my next video. Bye.